Definitely will watch it. You know we'll watch it.
All right. Well, I am so excited to see you all, and I have a new sparkly webcam, so I can see you guys even better now. So I am so excited you guys got on. I did want to share something that I shared with the leaders earlier, and it's kind of just been hitting home with me over and over again. I had a super productive Sunday. Most Sundays, I don't really leave the couch except to go to the bedroom and go back to the couch and go back to the bedroom. So Sundays aren't very productive, and that's okay. We all need our rest days. So I don't want you guys to feel like I'm telling you to start working harder. But I want to not reiterate, but just share kind of my feelings about setting the intention for the week. So last Sunday, on Sundays I do, or on the weekends, I want to go to farmers markets to get fresh vegetables so that my meal prep is healthy, it's fresh, so that, you know, it kind of puts me on a good spin, so I have groceries for the week, so it gets my week started right. Last weekend, I was invited to go do something, so I was like, oh, I'll go to the farmer's market later. That something just happened to last like 4 hours instead of 30 minutes, so I didn't get to go to the farmer's market. So my meal prep was crap this past week, and it was hard to work out because I wasn't putting the right things into my body. So it kind of just, it snowballed from being just one little thing, like what went wrong, to it started affecting everything. I guess more the domino effect. And it wasn't as productive a week as it could have been because I didn't start it off right. And because I didn't really set the intention for the week by my actions on the weekend, the week went to crap. And I just walked away from last week and I was like, you know what, that didn't go the way I wish it could have. So today, seeing like what happened, why the consequences of my actions last weekend, I got up right away, went to the farmer's market, got my veggies. I've meal prepped today. I started doing training calls, and I just feel on fire. I've already taken like a shower today. I'm clean. I did my workout. Like, I never do this. I know it's a big deal. So, but I never do that on the weekends. So I'm not saying skip your rest day. Rest, restore, do whatever you want. But I want you guys to take time on Sunday evenings or Sunday during the day and reflect on the past week and think about, you know, what could have gone better? What went well? Reflect on that part, because that's great, because you want to keep doing what went well and keep doing that. But reflect on what you wish could have gone better. So I saw that me skipping going to the farmer's market kind of domino effect everything. So I made sure to make that a priority this week. I want you guys to look at your goals, whatever your goals are, and start making them a priority. And do not say yes to more activities or more things that could distract you from you hitting your even small basic goals. So make sure you get your workouts in. Make sure you're drinking your Shakeology. Make sure if your goal is, you know, on your trackers, if you want to talk to 5 people this week and have conversations with them, you make sure you do that. It kind of sounds silly, and I'm not trying to be your mom, but the best way for me to describe this is do your chores before you play. So, and it doesn't always be play. Maybe it's something like you need to go run some errands, but you know that you won't do your workout after the errands. Maybe something like that. So just reflect on your life and your situations and the things that are happening and think, know yourself. You should, I know you guys are all older than 20 years old, so you guys are all responsible adults. So you guys should know yourself a little bit better and know when you struggle, whether it's getting the workout in. For me, I suck at working out on the weekends too. For some reason, I'm just in relaxed mode and working out just doesn't happen. But when I make it a priority and know that I need to be setting the example, I make sure I get it done. So I knew that if I wanted to do the training calls, that is fun for me. So I made sure I did my workout beforehand before I did something that was fun for me. And this could be completely different for you guys, but my point of this all is to set your intention for the week. See what you're trying to do, see what you're trying to accomplish, and set your goals. And then when life starts happening, ask yourself, okay, does this help me move forward with that goal, or is it going to push it back? Do I really think I'm going to be able to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish if I say yes to this event or this opportunity or this thing that's coming up, whether that's watching TV in the afternoon or, sleeping in, or going out with your friends when you haven't worked out or when you haven't started those conversations with the people you said you were going to have a conversation with. So it can be little things, but I hope you guys see the importance of what I'm talking about, of setting your intentions, making sure you follow through on the things that you said to yourself that you were going to do. Even though nobody else knows about it, maybe I know about it because I'm working with you one-on-one with your trackers, with your business goals. Maybe I will know and I'm going to call you out on it. But if it's just you, maybe you feel like, I'm not going to get my workout. Nobody's going to know, but you know. And it's not going to help you get to your goal weight, to sharing your progress, sharing your journey with social media. So just think about it big picture here. So make sure you are saying yes to your goals first before you say yes to things outside of your goals, whatever that may be. So, all right, that is all I want to share. I know I was talking in circles. I always do that, but that's just who I am. All right. So what are your goals for September? Let's talk about goals, and we can talk about how we can make sure they happen. But now that we're going to be talking about goals for September, now you guys can know, okay, my goal is do my workouts every day, or talk to 5 people, or start conversations, or connect with people. So when you start setting these goals, now you're going to know, okay, well, Beth talked about not watching TV when I still have people to talk to. So now you guys have something to help keep you on track a little bit more. All right, I'm going to open this up to you guys. Does anybody go, Kyle?
Yeah, so basically I'm on the same page as you. I was talking to Emily earlier today that on weekends I just slack completely and I get off track because during the week I have such a routine with going to work, drinking my Shakeology on my way, and just everything. As soon as I get home, I do my workout, and it's just same every day. But on weekends, I'm just in relax mode and don't really want to do anything. So I think the last 2 weekends, it's definitely helped with me, Emily, and Robin have been going to church on Sundays. But so after that, Emily and I go to the grocery store, and we kind of go into our routine. But I want to get better with sticking to my workouts on weekends and doing everything that I need to do, even though it's the weekend. One thing I'm going to work on this week is actually creating a checklist to make sure I do everything on the checklist before I play my video games or watch the shows I want to do. Not really. Yeah, really. So that's my goal for this week.
Good. That's perfectly. I think Stephanie too was saying oh my gosh, this is exactly how I was feeling, because when I don't meal prep, I don't. Yes, it's a Stormtrooper cup. I'm sorry, it's really distracting. But Stephanie was talking about how, when she was working out diligently with Max 30, she was doing awesome because she was meal prepping and she just had this laser focus on making sure it got done. And then when you lose that laser focus, you're just kind of wishy-washy, things happen to you, and you just are going with the flow instead of having a focus, having an intention of what your goals are. All right, who else wants to share what their goals are or any awesome aha moments they're having for this spectacular call?
Me.
Okay,
Yeah,
go.
so, am I muted or can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Oh, you can hear me yelling at my child. So yeah, pretty much I agree. Like I was kind of in the same place. Like you were saying, you know, obviously I was talking about it already. Was where when I wasn't laser focused, like it was very wishy-washy. Like maybe I would grocery shop or I would do my food as I went. And obviously that doesn't work. Like I work at Starbucks, so I have food options, none of which are good, none of which are anything that are in alignment with what the body that I want. So after your farmer's market video, I felt inspired to go to our farmer's market. And so I went and I've been meal prepping all day, feeling really good about it. I'm feeling really, pretty much like I'm going to just do Max 30 again. I'm going to do exactly what I did when I had the most success. Like just copy it the exact same way. And I don't see why I won't get the same results, you know, like that's when I've had the most success. So that's what I'm going to do. I also find that the weekends are when I just make up whatever I want. I do what I want and not do what I don't want. Like you're saying, like I took a shower today. I felt pretty good about that. Like that really probably shouldn't be an accomplishment, but it was. So I feel like my schedule needs to carry on into the weekends at least until, which you get one, which is technically Sunday when you do Max 30, you know, like, and on my rest day will be my meal prep day. Like I have Sundays off. Like even though I'm not working, I still don't get to just make up what I want and like leave the rest. Like that's not consistent with what I say I want, you know? Mm-hmm. So I've also recommitted myself to the 3 vital behaviors. Not that I ever wasn't doing them, but I wasn't doing them with the same commitment and tenacity that I should be. And me and Emily met up earlier this week and really started talking about what does it take to be Diamond? What does that look like for us? And for me, like building my tribe and from building my own team and, you know, reaching out to them and making sure that I'm including them in things and not just kind of doing my own thing. So, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I got distracted by Robin's little thingy, but I don't really know what I'm talking about anymore, so I think that's it for me.
I think that's really true. I don't know what it is about weekends. I think we all go into this like rest mode and it doesn't have a plan, even though our week is so, you get up, you do the same thing every day, whether it's go to work, whether it's take care of your kids, help them get dressed in the morning. We all have this kind of routine during the weeks. So why do we already know what we do on other weekends, like in the past. We know how that's messed us up. So why do we not create like a routine for the weekend? I noticed I started staying up really late on the weekends, and then it would throw me off Monday morning, and it would take half the week to try and get back into that routine of waking up early, and then there I go again, messed it all up with the weekend by staying up late. So I've been going to bed earlier, and then I get up earlier, so that's how, I was able to be productive this morning. So I think, at least for me, I'm going to try creating more of a routine, or at least staying to just at least going to bed early and getting up early consistently, just because then it gives me more time of the day instead of me sleeping through the weekend and then being lazy and it throwing off your routine or your schedule or your priorities. So I think we just should know better about ourselves, how the weekends mess us up. And we should try and I'm not saying plan your weekend out, but it's like, what you have time to do on the weekends and what you don't. Or, how much time you want to devote to resting and relaxation, how much time you should be making sure that you still get your workout in. Or whatever. You guys know what I mean. All right. Anybody else want to share anything?
I will.
Okay.
So I met with Stephanie, and I was kind of telling her, she already said it, but how we were going to reach Diamond together. So this month I've added 2 coaches, which is awesome. So I need to add at least 2 more to get to Diamond. So my focus has been recruiting. But I also noticed with the short week last week because of the holiday, I was kind of like, well, it's already almost Thursday, and that's the end of the pay week. And I kind of was just like, I'll just kind of weasel by the rest of the few days. And so I didn't follow my list. And so, like, I kind of came up with a routine in September, which was I made a list at the beginning of the month of 100 people I was going to talk to that month. And I basically made it so that I talked to 5 people every day of the week. So that's 25 people by the end of the week, and then obviously 100 by the end of the month. So then I like looked at my list and was like checking off the people I had talked to, and I was like, oh crap, I'm a little behind. So my focus for the rest of the month is just going back to my list and like back to, you know, the basics. And then I also had to come to the hard realization that even though like when I started doing Beachbody full-time from home, I was like, well, I have a lot to do for my business, which is totally true. Like I have groups to work on, and people to talk to, and all this stuff, and videos to make, and blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, I find myself slacking on my workouts. And here when I worked full-time, I was like, oh, I'll have plenty of time to work out. And now I'm home full-time, and I'm like, well, I have a business to build. Like, I have things to do. I don't have time to work out right now. And then I noticed myself, like, slowly eating more junk food while I'm at home and that sort of thing. And so I was talking to Stephanie. I was like, well, I don't really have a business if I don't have fitness involved in my life, and like if I don't have a transformation. And so my other focus besides recruiting is going back to my own personal goals as far as fitness and health. So that's my little realization the last week was, snap, I need to start working out again. So yeah.
I think that is a struggle for everyone when they first start working from home, because you're like, I can have so much time. Because when I first started coaching, I had already quit my job, so I didn't have a job to go to, and Stas was supporting me. So I just stayed home all day. And then it became like Netflix marathons while I'm like laying in bed, like with my laptop, like, all right, here's season 4 of Lost while I'm like talking to people, but I wasn't moving forward. And then I would be like, oh, I don't want to work out. And I think it's super, super duper important. And that's why we stick to the 3 vital behaviors is like the first one, yes, is inviting and sharing. But I was talking about in the training video today, the only way you can invite people and share is if you're doing it. So you have to be proof the products work. You have to be drinking Shakeology. You have to be doing the workouts so that you can actually help people. I mean, how do you expect to help people if you're not doing it yourself? I think it can be super easy to be passionate about the business because it's fun. The business is a lot of fun. But even for myself, I noticed I think I just had an aha moment earlier this year is I put so much emphasis on the business, I would forget about me. And my business wasn't moving forward because I wasn't getting amazing transformation pictures, even though I put in 2 years worth of time. And you have to remember kind of like why we originally started with Beachbody. We started with Beachbody because we wanted the health and fitness results. We wanted our bodies to change. You know, I wanted the Brazil butt lift, so that's why I started. And then I got sucked into the coaching, so it was easy for me to put the hard part to me. You know, for me personally, working out has always been a struggle. So then I just started going into like the fun part of it and putting off still the hard part. So if that is a struggle for somebody, you have to remember, all right, why did I originally start? I wanted to get healthy and I wanted to get fit. And then the only way for you to start sharing what you're doing is if you're doing it. So I'm glad you're figuring this out now, Emily, because it took me like a year. And Stas was like, what are you doing with yourself? You're like the worst coach ever. You're coaching from in bed.
It's weird because I feel like I've been doing the opposite and really neglecting the business and focusing almost too much on the workouts.
I don't think that's a bad thing at all, Kyle, because you are starting to change your body, and every week you are sharing your little transformation, even though it's just like week 2 or week 3 or 30 days no sugar. I think that's huge because you are setting the example, and then people will come to you, and hey, your business partner is sitting right next to you, and she's going to be working the business too. So it's like, even when it starts your business, you're ready to, I feel like you just have to get there with your body first, and then it won't be a problem. But people are going to start coming to you for help with the programs because you're doing them. So I think you're on the right track. I know you've put a lot of time into the business, and you weren't kind of figuring out. I still feel like you have to tweak some things to make them work for you. But I think right now, with you focusing on your health, your own personal health journey, I think that's the best thing you can be doing. And then maybe like a month from now, you'll have some aha moment, or you'll meet this awesome coach. Who knows? But I think you're on the right track, so I wouldn't even worry about it. Because even with you still sharing your journey, that's still doing the business. That's part of it. All right, Crystal or Carolyn or Samantha, have any?
I agree with the workout results. One of my new coaches just posted yesterday I'm a coach, and she already has two people that she's added to our group today.
Nice.
She's lost since she was one of our free Beach Babe challengers. Who's now bought a challenge pack and signed up as a coach. She's lost 20 pounds since we've done that.
Woo! That's awesome. That was only months ago.
I know. It's like 2.5 months she's lost 20 pounds. And gobs of inches, probably 25 inches. So, wow. I mean, she's just, and you know, I was so glad when she signed up as a coach, but when she posted that and then was able to say, I've lost 20 pounds in the last 2.5, because, you know, we all see the videos of the programs and people lose 20 pounds in 4 or 5 weeks. And, you know, real life is real life, and we cheat. I mean, we just do. You know, we have our Starbucks or we have a meal out or whatever, but she does that and she still lost 20 pounds. Right. So I think getting those results, being able to show those results, people are like, okay, I want to do that. And I know when I had more results, people are, you know, when I do the comparison photos, I did her collage today from the beginning to the middle until today, and just looking at the results, she doesn't feel like she's lost that much, but when you look at the results and you look at the pictures side by side, it's like, wow, look at that bump's not there, you know, look at how much flatter my stomach is. And I think when you post those results, like Kyle's been doing his, you know, I don't know if it's weekly but I know I see the pictures of when he's doing the P90X3, but when you start doing a collage and people can see that together, they're like, I want that. And that builds your business sometimes, I think, just as well, if not better, than making I mean, you still have to make your contacts and all that, but we definitely have to be a product of the product.
Exactly.
I agree with that too. I feel like when I was doing Max 30 and I had those results, I mean, obviously you still have to work the business, but people were flocking to me. I was like, I don't even tell people, you know, like I posted about it twice, and I had like tons of people who were just like, what the heck is that? What have you been doing? What is that? I want that. And you're like, well, okay, you know, I can get used to that. But once you know, don't, like I was telling Emily, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable showing my body right now. Like I've pretty much undone a lot of my hard work. And so now I'm not comfortable doing it because I'm like, well, that's not a selling point at all. Like, you know, so I'm kind of, I mean, I'm not, it's kind of selfish to say, but I'm kind of glad that we're all a little bit in the same boat with like having to go back, so I don't kind of feel so bad about it. But yeah.
It happens when we become coaches. We start to work on the business. It can get stressful when you have goals and you don't reach them, or you have goals and you do reach them, but then you have goals for the next month. I mean, you just have to keep going and going. You tend to slack off on yourself. So, I mean, I think we can use that. It makes us relatable to everybody because we all live in the real world. We all don't live in the fantasy world, and I think it helps.
Most definitely. I remember talking to Robin about this back, I guess it was a year ago. That's crazy to say. We were at the beach and we were talking about how awesome it was to have this community to be able to be part of a healthy awareness community. And, you know, life happens. We fall off the road, you know, we fall off the wagon. But we have this support system when we're ready to get on. We have the tools to get back on track. We know exactly what to do. And now we have supportive, positive people to be there to help us. And it's just life. I mean, I'm constantly eating out, and I really shouldn't be, but food is still an issue with me. I love food. So I'm constant. Food is, you celebrate, you're sad, you're hungry, you're hangry, you always eat. Like, food is just everything to me. So, you know, when I'm rocking the business, I'm like, hey, let's go celebrate. I want to have, like, drinks because we're partying, or it's a bad day. And I'm like, I need pizza to make me feel better. So it's just having a supportive, healthy community to be able to put us back on track when we need it that is what, you know, I love to share about our team, is because we will be here for you for the long run. That's what's so important, is we are in this for the long run. We're not some quick fix. This is learning healthy lifestyle. And when you don't come from that, it's really hard to get into, but having a support system to help you, we're in this together forever. So, I mean, unless you want out of it, but I don't know why anybody would, because this is the rest of your life and you want to have a healthy rest of your life. Carolyn, you've been really quiet. What are you doing over there? Okay, she doesn't know how to unmute herself. Those balloons look like a hat. You're wearing a hat, Robin. I don't know.
They look like Mickey Mouse ears. That's what I thought of when I saw them. I was like, is she wearing Mickey Mouse ears?
Robin, can you hear us now? Maybe. No, I don't think she can. Okay, well, we only have a few minutes left. Do you guys want to talk about anything?
Carolyn, find the microphone and click
Oh,
on
I
it.
figured it out.
There she is.
I use my iPad 24/7, and I'm using Brandon's laptop, and I'm like, oh, I have to use the mouse. I'm like trying to touch screen, whatever. Anyway, I'm like, why is it not working? I'm touching it. But I just met up with some challengers today, and we're doing day 1 today. We're going to text each other, stay on track, not miss any workouts, and go from there, because I haven't had a transformation picture in a while. And so we're going to work on that together and keep each other on track, texting and calling and whatnot. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
That's awesome. I'm glad that it's so fun to meet people locally, because then you get to just have a connection with them. I love online, don't get me wrong, like being able to meet Steffi, which has opened up the East Coast for me, and then meeting Crystal through Steffi, and it just opens a brand new world. But it is so awesome to be able to do things locally with people, and you know, there's just so much power in the face-to-face connection. So that's awesome, Carolyn. I'm really excited. That should be awesome for you guys to have your little support system, and then you being the example, you know, that is going to help keep you more accountable because you're leading this charge with them. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah, and our push-up challenge is got a week left, and then we're going to do planks after that. So
Sweet.
if anyone wants to join, I'm going to post about it this week. Good.
I'm so glad you're doing that. Like, I can already see a transformation just with your push-ups. Like, that is huge, because I remember watching you when you first got started, and now you've got like a baby bicep now. So that's awesome. And those are exactly the kind of groups that like really helped get my business off the ground. That is how I met Steffi, through an arm challenge, and Steffi is one of my rock stars. And that is how you're going to find the people who are kind of like, they're into this, you know, and they want to be a part of this fun group, and they want to help lead it, you know. So I'm really excited you're doing that, and I'm glad that you're following up with a plank one, so that anybody who saw what you're doing now, they're going to jump on board for the next one. Free groups are really awesome. All right. Anybody else got anything? We got like 4 minutes left.
Carolyn.
Hi, Taylor.
Show me your porn. No.
He's cute.
He's eating his porn.
Hey, Beth, do you know when they're going to publish the cup results? I know I talked to Steffi, and, we've never gotten the final email to see, because we were really close to making it to the first tier.
Ooh. I'm not sure. I'm surprised it's not up already.
I think they said end of September, I thought.
Oh, did they? I didn't read that.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'll look it up and post it.
I'm surprised they took so long. I thought those came out faster than that, but I haven't really been following the cup. My team was completely dead, except for me. I know
the last time I checked, we were at 28. So
that's awesome! Way to go! You guys rocked it.
We thought we had 2 more points coming, so we would have made it, hopefully.
Ugh.
I'm having a really hard time getting clients. When I look at y'all's, because I don't fill out the same tracker you all, which I'm going to start using the same one, and you list how many Beachbody clients you have. I mean, even though I have 4 coaches, I have like 17 clients. That's it. I'm having a hard time. And I did the, closing with class and the entrepreneur class, and I've been doing all that, and I get a lot of interest, and I explain it to people, and they're like, I'm older than I think all of y'all, so, I'm with women that are older, their children are grown up or almost grown up. They can afford $140 a month. Most of them. Not all of them, but most of them can.
Right.
And it's just, for some reason, I'm having a hard time getting people to commit.
I know my customer numbers, a lot of them are a bunch of old free leads that I had, and I'm coming up on my 2-year mark. So it's been, and when I first started, you didn't have to have Success Club to get leads. Like if you were Emerald, they would just give them to you, and it was like a weekly thing. You got them really often. So I know mine, a lot of it is from a bunch of those old leads that like refuse to talk to me. So I wouldn't be intimidated by other people's customer numbers, because I mean, that doesn't mean that they're like buying Shakeology every month or anything. That just means that they're in the database and they ordered something maybe, 2 years ago.
And for me, I have like 62 customers, but probably 60 of them don't order anything. Basically, when somebody comes to me or I talk to somebody or they're interested in fitness, I give them my website and I'm like, here, sign up for this free, no obligations website, because if they decide in the future, because I've had several people order and then they just order straight from the website, that just guarantees that they'll be under my team. So
I've had a lot
in a minute, but
I've had a lot of people do that too, Kyle. But then I also found out one of my clients who stopped Shakeology but ordered another workout program, ordered from the website, but saw that, I can do installments. So she did installments, and I don't get credit for it because she's doing installments.
I've had that too.
That just happens, Crystal. That's just part of, just happens, and you can't really do anything about it. The only way for you to really get more customer numbers is if you're doing free groups. Just having everybody you ever talk to sign up for a free membership. That is why I have people. That is because I did free arm challenge groups, and I would have 60 people in that group. So I would have 60 customers. Do they ever order from me? Not necessarily. That is why I constantly will give them my personal link. And anytime they buy something, I just follow up with them, or they say they bought something, I ask them, hey, did you buy it through me? You just find it out. But I wouldn't worry about that unless you're, I mean, like I said, like, you're not going to always have paying Beachbody customers.
Well, I want 60 paying Beachbody customers.
Well, yeah, but that's where I would focus on. You need to follow Lori Wright. She is older.